Hi kiddos, it's Mrs. Firestone. Good to see you guys. I hope everybody's getting used to this online learning. It's kind of neat and different, I know. But just wanted to go through the notes with you guys for today. So you'll be seeing notes done this way throughout this online learning. What you're going to need today is a pencil, and if you have your journal at home, that's great. If not, you can just use regular notebook paper or any kind of paper to take the notes. If you have your journal, go on and make you a new tab, a little triangle tab, and name it Space. We're going to be taking all sorts of notes throughout this online learning about space and other things. So we're going to start with the planets though. What you can do is you can stop this recording so you can catch up. You can replay this recording anytime you need to, just to make sure you get all the notes. Remember to take the notes in your own words, a way that you will understand and remember it. So if you have to write down something other than what's written on the screen, maybe something I say, you can add that as well. Let's get started. All right, so the definition of a planet. A planet is a celestial body moving in a nearly circular orbit, or some people would call that elliptical, and it moves around a star. We call our star the sun. A celestial body means that it is something that has to do with space. And the circular orbit or elliptical orbit, it means it looks almost like an oval. Or a squished circle, oval, kind of oval looking. So that's what that is. That's the definition of a planet. What are some characteristics we're going to talk about? So some characteristics would include things like the color. So if you look at Earth, you see blue for the water, green and brown for the land. Uranus and Neptune have a blue color. One's a little bit darker than the other. Reds and some earth tones, things like that. The proximity to the sun, which means how close is it to the sun or how far away is it from the sun. Its size, each has its own specific size. Some are similar, some are larger, some are smaller. The speed, we're talking about the speed at which it takes to revolve around the sun and rotate on its axis. And the density, how dense is the planet? Some are more dense than others, some are less dense than others. And then its physical and chemical makeup. So physical would be, is it rocky? The chemical makeup is talking about the elements that make it up. So your gas giants are going to be more elemental in chemical and makeup than your terrestrial. So we have two different kinds of planets. We have inner planets and outer planets. We're going to talk about the inner planets first. Inner planets means that it is within the asteroid belt. So in between the sun and the asteroid belt, there are 4 planets. Those are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. They are closer together, and we call them terrestrial, or what we call rocky. So they are made of rock, something that you can physically touch. They are more dense than others. That means that the particles are more close together. They are also smaller in comparison to our outer planets. And they do have a shorter revolution. So they move around the sun in less amount of time. And that's because they have a closer path or orbit. Your outer planets, there are 4 outer planets. That means that they are outside the asteroid belt. And they begin with Jupiter, then Saturn, then Neptune, then Uranus. Or Uranus. You can say it either way. Kind of fun to say it, Uranus. But they are farther apart. So they are spaced farther apart from each other. They are made up mostly of gases. They are less dense. They are larger in comparison to your inner planets. And they have a longer revolution. So they take longer to get around the sun, orbit around the sun. And they are, there's less knowledge about them. And that's just because we have not been able to do anything but take pictures of them. We haven't been able to actually take physical things back from them. Like Mars, we can analyze the dirt there. And so that's why we have less knowledge about the outer planets. How do the planets move? Well, planets move or revolve or orbit around the sun in a clockwise fashion. So the planets also rotate on an axis. They rotate the same way that they orbit, except for Venus. Venus has an orbit that is opposite, and Uranus has is tilted on its side. So instead of rotating like this, or rotating on its axis like this, it rotates like this on its side. The sun's gravity is what keeps them in their orbits. And the planet's orbits are almost circular shape or elliptical. That's that elongated circle or oval that we talked about. All right, so the first planet, Mercury, is the one that's closest to the sun. It is the smallest planet in our solar system. It is also the second hottest planet, which is kind of a unique fact, because you would think being closest to the sun, it would be hottest. But because it has no atmosphere, that is why it's the second hottest planet. The revolution or its orbit around the sun takes 88 Earth days, and there are many craters on Mercury's surface. Venus. Venus is the second closest planet to the sun. We call it the sister planet to Earth because it is similar in size. And because of its very thick atmosphere, it happens to be the hottest planet in the solar system. And that's because the atmosphere causes a greenhouse effect. It traps in all the heat. And its revolution or orbit around the sun takes 243 Earth days. All right, now on to our home, Earth. Earth is made of 2/3 water. It is the only planet that is known to support life. It has a magnetosphere which deflects all the harmful electromagnetic rays from the sun, or most of them. And its revolution or orbit around the sun takes 365 Earth days. All right, our last inner planet is Mars. Mars's nickname is called the Red Planet. As you can see, it's red in color. It has a Grand Canyon, and its Grand Canyon is much larger than our Grand Canyon. It makes our Grand Canyon look really small. That's what it means when it dwarfs Earth's Grand Canyon. It makes our Grand Canyon look small in comparison. It has lots of large dust storms, and larger than any of the other planets. We have sent some unmanned rovers to Mars that are currently exploring and taking pictures and samples of the soil there. And it has a revolution or orbit of 687 Earth days. On to the outer planets. Jupiter. Jupiter is the first planet outside the asteroid belt. It is also our largest planet. It's Miss Fierson's favorite too. I think it's the prettiest. It has a great red spot that can fit 2 Earths inside of it. They say that's a storm that's happening on the planet. Galileo, he discovered many of Jupiter's moons. And the largest of Jupiter's moons, actually the largest in our entire solar system, is Ganymede. Ganymede is the name of the largest moon in our solar system, and it revolves around Jupiter. Jupiter's revolution or orbit around the sun takes 12 years. Saturn. Saturn is the second of our outer planets. It is made up of many rings that are made of dust and ice. It has a low density, and it could actually, if we could find a bathtub large enough to fit it in, it would actually float. So its density is less than 1. and its revolution or orbit around the sun takes 29 Earth years. Uranus. Uranus has an axis that is on its side. So instead of kind of tilted, it is actually all the way on its side. And it rotates north and south instead of west, east. There are 13 sets of rings around Uranus, and some are partial. And the Voyager 2 was launched by NASA. It has actually passed by Uranus. And the revolution for Uranus, the time it takes to revolve, revolve around the sun is 84 Earth years. Neptune. Neptune is actually smaller than Uranus, but it has a greater mass. It also has a dark spot, the Great Dark Spot, and it is similar to Jupiter's Great Red Spot. The dark spot is, they think, is also a storm, just like it is on Jupiter. Voyager 2 has also passed by and taken pictures of Neptune as well. And its revolution around the sun takes 165 Earth years. All right, that is the end of our notes for today. Make sure that you also take notes in your journal or on notebook paper, and then you go back and you do the actual Google form that has questions about this PowerPoint. We will be looking at that to make sure everybody does that. Make sure that you're checking in every day on Google Classroom and you're doing all your assignments, including the Google attendance form and the assignments that are on there. Read through all of your instructions and directions to make sure you don't miss anything. And if you have any questions, please join us on our Google Meets. There is a science teacher on there all day long, starting, I believe, at 8 o'clock in the morning all the way to 5 o'clock at night. Thank you. We'll see you guys soon, hopefully.